You're very welcome back. Now, taking us around the country with some of the best local and national stories is our print panther, Joe O'Shea.
Hey, Joe.
You're looking more dashing than ever this week.
Thank you very much.
But you've got competition in the studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's look across at Brendan.
Oh, my God.
Look
Hey,
at
Brendan,
you,
how are you?
007.
Yeah,
He just ran out to the commercial break and changed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, he always dresses like that every day, isn't he?
Brendan is always very, very dapperly dressed, aren't you?
I might have to raise the stakes.
Oh, hang on a second.
We have to raise the stakes
He's
now.
seeing your tux and he's raising you.
Yeah, because we've got our old traditional... Our old traditional armbands, arm gaiters, apparently.
Arm candy.
Yeah.
That's really good. No, sorry, no, Joe, I didn't call you arm candy.
Brendan, take off your coat.
Anyway, we better get to it, Joe.
Let's go on. We are looking serious because the first story is pretty serious. It's from the Roscommon Herald. Ciara Macaulay wrote this. There's a scheme called Bikes for Africa, and it happens all over the country. The Rotary Club organise it. And basically what they do is you bring down your unwanted old bikes to your local civic community centre. The Rotary Club and the councils put them in a big container and they send them to Africa for kids as their first bikes to get to school. Unfortunately, at Athlone Civic Community Centre, a container full of Bikes for Africa was broken into and every single bike robbed. Yeah,
it's horrible. How many bikes? I bet there was probably a couple hundred.
There was a good few bikes, scores and scores of bikes. Now, the Westmeath County Council is helping the Gardaí with the investigation. The good news is I was hearing that the local community have kind of rallied around and more people are coming down to replace the bikes that were stolen. So
it's a horrible thing to do because that's a lifeline, you know. Anyone that's been to Africa in the communities
we were talking about bikes with Shane a while ago as well. You know what they mean to us, what they've meant to us for years.
If you want to help out, most civic community sites have this scheme, Bikes for Africa. I didn't even know that. So you will be able, if you've got an old bike in your shed, bring it along.
Yeah, okay. Joe, pints flying in Galway.
Yeah, this is great, this video. There's a pub called the Thatch in Oranmore, and they've teamed up with this company called Mana, who are using drones, flying delivery vehicles, to deliver pints to local people. And listen, watch the video because it explains it.
Okay, we can talk about this. This is just...
So what's happening here now, Joe?
This is Dawn McGoldrick, a local lady, ordered 4 pints, 2 lagers and 2 Guinness to her home. The drone flew to the Thatch in Oranmore, picked up the bag, flew to her house nearby, and is after dropping the pints here now in the bag.
I want to see the state of the pints. We won't get there, I'm afraid. Yeah.
Can I just ask, hang on a second, is that a brown paper bag?
Yeah, brown
It's not even some kind of industrial thing.
Well, you wonder if it's raining at night, you're going to have pints, you know, if the bag disintegrates, you have pints raining from the sky.
And apparently,
not
just
a drop
reading
spilled.
here, not a drop
not
spilled.
A drop spilled, yeah. And listen, it's a laugh, but companies like Mana, and there's the Clare Champion has a story this about this week, about a company called Skyports, which has just been granted the first EU licence to fly delivery drones in restricted airspace. On the Shannon Estuary near the airport in Foynes.
Right.
Of course, they have to be careful.
They have to be careful, you can't fly, you know. So, Mana, you know, do a lot of... They're testing those drones out in Galway. They're testing them in Clare, but very soon they'll be able to deliver a prescription, for instance, from, you know, if you prescription the chemist, send a drone down, pick it up, they'll drop it outside your front door.
Imagine somebody who couldn't go far outside their house. Yeah. Like, how good would that be for them?
I think it's brilliant. I wonder what is the distance a drone could actually go?
I think the big commercial drones, what they're looking at, Skyport, they can do cover quite a distance and carry quite a heavy load. And it's not going to be long before what we used to see going on the back of lorries is going to be flying through the air above you.
But could you imagine if you got the order wrong? I ordered 4 Guinness.
Well, sorry, get over yourself and drink them.
As long as the drone operator isn't getting any pints.
My goodness.
OK, up to Nina in County Tipperary, Joe.
This is from the Tipperary Star. I absolutely love this story. There was an old Georgian house, a beautiful country house called Salisbury House, which fell into kind of rack and ruin in the 1940s so badly that the inside of it was stripped and sold for salvage to a guy from Galway. Took out the staircase, took out the wood panelling, took out everything. All that was left was the stone walls. In 2014, a couple called William and Emma Kennedy bought the house, and it was destroyed.
Just a shell, probably,
a shell. They've spent all of their time and all of their money, or a lot of their money, bringing it back to life, to its former glory, having to commission a hand-built staircase the size of, you know, Gone with the Wind style staircase inside.
It's a big property, isn't it?
It's huge. The windows alone, I think, took about 2 years to get in. All handmade, everything handmade, handcrafted the old way. And at the weekend, they opened it up to the locals to come in and have a look, which is a lovely gesture.
It is.
I think it was like a £5 each in, and that went to a local charity as well. So the locals who had been going past that house, and there's houses like that all over Ireland,
Yeah.
they had been going past it for decades, seeing it as a ruin, it's now a family home and a beautiful family home.
Oh, that's lovely. Back to life again.
Yeah.
Lovely,
We have
Joe.
a few picks here. I think, is this pick of the week?
Yeah, pick of the week. Yeah, Martin McDonagh, the great. This is St Coleman's Cathedral in Cove, and this is the Great Island News. And Trish Doherty took these photographs, and this is for Tom McDermott, who is doing the blessing of the animals. The feast day of St Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of animals, and now the patron saint of the environment as well. And it's a tradition that's been kind of revived. People used to do it before, but now it's been kind of revived. And you bring your pet along, and Father McDermott had his dog Toffee with him as well. And you
Bless
queue up,
the animals.
you bless the pets, and they get a little
I love that idea.
they get a little
Did you ever hear of it?
certificate as well to show they've been blessed as well.
No way.
You know?
Yeah.
I never heard of it,
Maura.
but I think it's
Can I
fabulous.
tell you one thing, right? We lived in Sandymount years ago. We went to Mass on one Sunday, and all of a sudden it was like Animal Farm.
Was it up in the Star of the Sea? Yeah.
Yeah, is it the Star of the Sea?
Well, it's near the Star of the Sea.
near
School,
the, Anyway, so there's a church
Star of
there.
the Sea
So
church.
anyway, cats and dogs coming out. I thought I was fascinated by
No,
it.
I
Came
didn't see
out,
that.
what was outside in the front lawn? Only a donkey.
Yeah.
In Sandymount. In Dublin.
That is fabulous.
I was amazed.
I didn't know
I
that. Yeah, it
But
is. That's
it's
Sandymount
lovely.
Road there, yeah.
It's a lovely tradition. It's like you said, it kind of died out in a lot of parts of Ireland, but it's coming back now. You know.
Brilliant.
Bless our dog and
Brilliant.
cats.
I love that.
Joe.
Joe. Mayo.
Speaking of beautiful animals.
Mollywood.
Yeah, Mollywood, Mayo. Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson have been out in Achill Island, and Martin McDonagh, the famous director and writer, Oscar winner, has been shooting a film there called The Banshees of Inisheer.
Who's that? Is that Colin?
That's Colin
Wow.
was pictured in in a local supermarket in Achill Island. Now, eagle-eyed people who saw this on social media went, is Colin Farrell eating potato waffles? Because he is. If you look closely at the picture, he's got a sliced pan
So
and
funny.
potato waffles and baked beans apparently. So we know Colin Farrell is not doing the caveman diet.
No, he's not.
The low carb.
Normal.
low
He's
carb.
normal. He's not like doing some
One
weirdo
of the
diet.
rest of us.
But they've been spotted all over down there, and they've been people going
I
up.
think
to
we're
them.
out in Inishmore as well, 'cause they shot some of it out there, yeah.
They're totally relaxed.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell buying his potato waffles in your
He's so
local
nice.
shop.
Loads of stars going there, Joe.
Mayo is the place, the West is the place to be for a bit of celebrity glamour this week, because a man that people will know is Toby from Love Island.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was
Toby
out there.
Aromolaran.
Yes, Aromolaran. And he's been touring the West of Ireland because his roots there, and I think Toby is waiting to talk to us now. So say hello to Toby from Love
He
Island.
is
Toby.
Hello, he's in our Dublin studio. Thank you so much for joining us, Toby. We didn't know you were a Mayo man.
Yeah, Mayo at heart. I'm feeling kind of underdressed. You guys are in all suits and all that.
This is the way we roll here in Ireland, Toby. None of this stuff. We don't take all our clothes off like Love Island. We like to keep something on for a while. I know, we're just joking. Anyway, tell us, your mom is from Mayo, is that right?
Yeah, my mom's from Mayo, across my liner, so I took her back there and we just went back for the... I see a little picture, yeah. Went back for the time. For the time to see cousins and all that as well.
Lovely.
Toby, I'd imagine you would have went back a lot when you were a young fella, did you?
Yeah, oh my gosh, Summers was the one. Like, summertime used to fly over to Ireland. My mum will be like, oh yeah, just go play in the garden. I went to go play in the garden, just come back in, and she'll be nowhere to be seen. She'll be back on the flight back home. So, yeah, I used to spend my summers out in Ireland.
I love that, the long babysitting of the summer. But Toby, we should say big congratulations because, of course, you came second in Love Island, which is a huge deal.
Yeah, massive. Like, you know what? It's surreal because you never think of it as a game show. You're just being yourself, and then, bam. Next thing you know, you're in the final, and I was like, wow, what am I even doing here?
Yeah.
But it was crazy.
Toby, obviously you'd have seen the show for many years. Did you, I suppose, what were you expecting when you went in?
All I was expecting was, hopefully, the show was going to work and I was going to find a girlfriend. And it worked, so...
Oh, that's good.
Chloe, isn't it?
Yeah, lots of people go for fame. This man went for love more.
You did, because to be honest, there was probably, maybe I'm wrong to say this, but almost an innocence about you when it came to dating. Because, I mean, you're a very good looking guy, but you weren't kind of the man about town that people might expect. Is that true?
Oh, thank you. Well, dating experiences, not the best, not my forte. That's why I went on the show, to be honest. And it worked. It worked for me. I basically had the relationship crash course in 8 weeks.
I know, it's great, though, to watch that. You know, it's great to see somebody that is not kind of cocky or confident about dating, that it's almost has that kind of, look, this is lovely, I'm here to meet someone, and you did. And how's it all going with Chloe?
Yeah, it's going fantastic. We're still learning and we're just still going along together. Like, it's nice to have that like normality sense. So we're just enjoying it at the moment.
Well,
yeah,
good
Toby,
for you.
I'd imagine life changes a lot for you after a show like this. I believe you're a brand ambassador now for Boohoo.
Yes,
It's a big one.
You know what? I was driving the other day and then I was driving past a billboard and I see myself on the billboard. I was like, what is going on? It is crazy to be like given an opportunity like that, because I never thought I would ever be a brand ambassador, especially for a brand like Boohoo, man. And having my own going out collection as well is like a dream.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, we're thrilled to hear it. Now, Joe O'Shea is with us here, was telling me earlier on out here over a coffee that you're a fabulous footballer. Is that true?
Fabulous footballer. I like football. I play football. It's my passion. And lucky enough, I get paid to play football. So
Joe,
I'm just living my dream, basically.
You certainly are.
Joe was saying as well that you're a handy Gaelic footballer as well. And as Mayo haven't won the All-Ireland since 1951, Toby, will you be talking out for Crossmalline and Mayo next year?
Tell them to give me a trial. They can come see what I'm about.
Do they do trials in Gaelic football now? Or you just fire onto the pitch?
I tell you, Mayo will do anything to win the All-Ireland.
Well,
this could be it.
You know what? We could have just started something here on the show today with you, Toby. Brand ambassador for Boohoo, brand ambassador for Saviour of Mayo. Will we call you that?
You
the
can
Saviour of Mayo.
hear the commentary, Maura.
Yeah,
Toby, Aromolaran, it's a goal. I don't believe it. Mayo have won the All-Ireland 2022.
Toby, thank you so much for joining us. So fabulous to talk to us today.
Thanks,
you.
Toby.
Thank you so much for having me.
What a nice guy, Joe.
It's lovely.
What
And
really
a good
nice
footballer,
guy.
a very good footballer.
Yeah.
I've seen his highlights reel, and that guy can score goals.
What is it again? He plays for a team. What is the team?
Hashtag United.
So it's kind of a semi-pro.
Yeah, it's semi-pro in Essex, I think. At a pretty high level, but he's got the moves.
He's bashful, isn't he? He's
got the
bashful.
moves.
It's nice to see somebody bashful like that.
He's a great character.
Joe
Joe,
Gurmina, fab as always, and Brendan, thank you so much in the distance.
Thank you for taking
It's
the
going
time,
to change
Brendan.
into a Batman costume now next for us.
There he is.
Peterman.
Not at all embarrassing, Brendan.
No, it's not. Look at me. So he's like, yeah, that's just me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
shaking
coming
that
up-
stirred, I'd say, lads. Shaking that stirred.
Yes. Shane Lahan, he's coming up next. Another.
He's never
kind of-
shaken that fella either.
We're talking about bicycles and high nellies and
Yeah.
the history of the humble bicycle, which a lot of people, of course, didn't have cars for many, many years, and the bicycle was
Certainly.
almost the workhorse of the family.
Yeah, Stephen Codeline will be on for a chat about his brand new book as well. We'll see you, Dietrich and Igna Vogri.
See you then.